Do you want to know the most important thing when you're either starting in pharmacy or starting a new business? This is the most important thing that you need to do. What up, guys? It's your boy, Kevin Yee, the Farm D, aka Kevin the Refugee. So let me ask you, do you remember your first paycheck? You know, for me, I was actually 16 years old. And I remember me and my dad talking about it. He went in the kitchen and he was just like, Kevin, you need to get a job. We're not going to give you any gas money, so you need to find a job. And it's not like I found a job just because my dad told me to. It was also due to peer pressure. All my friends were looking for jobs, and plus a lot of them were already working, and some of them were in cool places. Like I remember there was this place in where I'm from. It was called Dream Machine, and they would just play arcade games all day and stuff. So I was like, wow, maybe I can get a cool job like that. Well, unfortunately, I did not get a cool job. I was actually stuck pushing carts, and I remember I was getting about $6.75 per hour, and all I did was bag groceries and push carts. I remember my first paycheck. Even though I didn't like the job, I actually left the job within a month. I still remember the first feeling of my first paycheck. I don't know, it's like that feeling where all the things that you had to put up with, it just kind of makes it worth it. And even though it wasn't that much, I think it was literally about like $50 my first paycheck, still made me feel really good. Now, what does this have to do with like entrepreneurship or pharmacy? Well, I'll tell you right now. See, for the longest time, until I became a pharmacist at the age of 25, the most I've ever made was maybe about $15 an hour. It's not a lot of money. And I always walked around thinking that I was just worth $15 an hour, right? And if you guys are watching this and you guys are in pharmacy school, you know how hard it is. You put in a lot of work. You're always going on rotations. You're trying to look for internships. The course load is hard, and it's also very difficult. So I know exactly how that feels. You put all this work, all these hours, maybe you even like pull all-nighters just to make this degree work out. And sure, you know, you walk the stage. It's really cool to get a degree, but it's very different. Your first paycheck, it makes you feel like, holy shit, I actually made it. I still remember my first paycheck as a pharmacist. I was like, whoa, I've never even seen this much money ever. And after a while, you get kind of used to it, you know, humble brag, right? But man, like that feeling of that first paycheck is so much validation. And that's why I say, if you're into entrepreneurship as well, you need to do the same thing. Even though it might not be a lot of money, this is the most important thing. Why? It's not a financial reason. It's actually a mental reason. It's an emotional reason. Meaning, until you get paid for something, paid for your services, for your product, whatever you put out in the world, you don't truly believe you can do it until it's sitting in your hand. I actually have my first ClickFunnels sales printed out. It's kind of ghetto, but I have it printed out and I look at it every single morning. And it's that memory of making over $1,000 within less than 1 hour's amount of work. You know, maybe I can't make that happen all the time, at least right now, but it is possible. Truly, no matter what anyone says, I am an entrepreneur. No matter what anyone says, I'm always a pharmacist. This is the most important thing because it makes you hungry. It makes you realize that there's so much out in the world that you can do so much more. And maybe you're not at that step right now. Maybe it's not the right time for you. I'm telling you right now, whether it's $1, $10, or $10,000, it doesn't matter. And to take it a step further, when you're able to provide that first paycheck or first sale for other people, man, that's the most beautiful thing in the world, man. It means so much more to me now. You know, for a long time, I always thought just being an entrepreneur meant like me growing, me doing all the work, right? But now as an entrepreneur, it's totally different. I think about how I can benefit my team. How can I give that gift of first sale to others? How can I give that gift of really helping someone's problems? Because let's say you're on the other side of the transaction. It takes a lot for us to part with our money, our hard-earned money, to open up our wallet and give something away that we work so hard for. And knowing that we solve their problem, that's what I wake up to every single day. And if you're interested in a high income skill, check out my playlist on high ticket closing. That is one of the first high income skills I ever learned, and I've actually implemented in my life, and it's changed my life forever. But let's be real, it's not for everyone. Anyways, guys, if you guys like my videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also subscribe to my email list. I will see you guys next time. Peace, money people.